Somebody once made a horror movie called The People Under the Stairs. I never saw it, but the title stuck. In western Georgia, I met the family under the stairs. The horror of their lives is very real, though. No special effects necessary. 4 generations of women, 1 a months-old baby, live in 2 basement rooms with no doors or windows in place, no water, no toilet, and for the last year, no electricity. The flat once boasted parquet floors and wallpaper. The paper's gone, and the floors have rotted away down to the hard-packed earth. In each case, the misfortunes of one generation of this family has served up the fate of the next generation. 72-year-old Dorico has epilepsy and was hospitalized several times for mental illness. As a result, her daughter Mary, now 50, was placed in an institution at age 6. Her 4 other children also spent time in institutions. Then Mary had 5 children of her own. Her late husband was an alcoholic who beat her regularly. All her children were sent to institutions too, including 22-year-old Nino, the 3rd adult in this apartment. Nino is the mother of 5-month-old Miriam. Nino's husband is in prison. They live on 38 lari a month, $20 US, something called a poverty allowance, and it truly is. It amounts to about 17 cents a day per woman. The possibility looms large that baby Miriam will become the 4th generation to grow up in one of Eastern Europe's so-called orphanages. Really, they are poorhouses, a la a Charles Dickens novel. No more than 5% of children there are actually orphans. So does this ever stop? And if so, where and how? Hopefully here in places like this Pleasant Village residence. It's a small group home where children and youth can transition from institutions into the society they never knew. This is 14-year-old Tamuna and her brother Ramas, age 12. They are Mary's youngest children, Nino's kid sister and brother. They smile and seem well behaved, but they could both be poster kids for the horror of institutions. Inside, they don't really trust people, and why should they? They've never owned a thing in their lives. Staff took the best and left them with rags. Tamuna was used as kitchen labor for her 5 years in an institution. When selected to move here, teachers smiled outwardly, but conspired behind the scenes to quash the move. Her brightest moments are when she is singing. She recently sang with other children from institutions in a music video produced by World Vision and a popular Western Georgian music group. Ramas is small for his age. Bigger boys beat him up frequently. Once they broke his nose. World Vision recently paid for corrective surgery. He's timid and hardly says a word. Tamuna and Ramas will have help and encouragement in the small group home. They will live with 6 other children and 2 foster parents. It is help their sister, mother, and grandmother never had. The children will need it. For half their lives, these children lived under the control of people without the slightest interest in their well-being. This has devastating effects. Institution should come with a warning like a pack of cigarettes. Beware. Leads to poor physical health, severe developmental delays, neural atrophy, inability to form healthy emotional attachments, and other potentially irreversible psychological damage. Every child coming out of an institution has been robbed. What has been taken is large parts of their childhood and important steps in their development. New government programs, legislation and policies across Eastern Europe. These will provide the vehicle to bring an end to institution. But people will have to do the actual work, including children. It's a long process and a lot to ask of them, but there is no other option. Tamuna and Ramas are going to have to learn to take back their lives. World Vision will walk with them as they attend school, as Tamuna takes a cooking class, turning her exploitation in the orphanage kitchens into a possible job skill. And when, like the older boys in the small group home are doing now, Ramas eventually learns a skill like carpentry. Staff and social workers will help them set short and long-term goals and walk with them step by halting step into a place where they make life's important decisions for themselves.